Welcome back, everybody, to the Miami Hurricanes Dynasty, where we're trying to climb our way back to the top of the rankings. We start today as the number 8 team in the country with a 4-0 record. We're in ACC play now, 1-0 after our win against NC State last episode. We take on Cal to kick things off in today's video, and then have some key home games where there are top prospects coming. North Carolina is going to be one of the biggest games on the schedule. They are number 17 in the country. And here's a look at our board right now with a lot of great 5 stars that will be coming to Miami in this episode, including Deontay Vick, who has us scheduled ahead of Georgia and FSU. I've made sure that we are hard selling for everybody. Some players, I only have 2 of their top 3 unlocked, but with how many things are crossed off on some of these players, you can usually fill in the blanks rather easily. But we got some great players that we could add to our class today, and hopefully we're able to, because we have yet to get anybody in the first few weeks. 0 players, which is the case for many other schools. So before we get into today's episode, here is an update on the stats. I really liked what I've seen from Colin Kunalik this season. This really feels like a fresh start for him, and he's playing much better than he did even 2 years ago, when I never really questioned his starting role. His completion percentage, yards per attempt, touchdown to interception ratio, and sacks per game are all improved. The sacks number is really impressive, only 6 times in 4 weeks, when that was a constant talking point of last year's season. Randy Titus is now coming off back-to-back 100-yard games, the first of his career. Can he keep that up in the heart of ACC play? And on defense, 3 standout pass rushers already, led by Marquise Lightfoot with 9.5 sacks on the year. We have the top 3 sack producers in the entire conference. Now let's see if we can add on to this great start against the 2-2 Cal Golden Bears. It's time to cross 3 time zones and play some conference football. And we quickly take the football away on the Cal opening possession. I'd love to see us dominate early and get to some of these home games I'm anticipating. This is Randy Titus on the carry, and he picks up about 4. So he's got 2 carries, 10 yards, but we don't have a first down yet. Tracking yards is not an exact science, but we do lose some there, and Willie Shembo is going to come on. After missing 2 field goals in the previous game for Miami, he opens today with a make. Still in the first, Miami is driving. Quentin Prescott still replacing JoJo Trader, who will return in this episode, but Randy Titus will catch a touchdown to put the Canes up 10-0. Sean Simons, 25 yards, but on the play, Randy Titus is hurt. He's right back in the game 2 plays later. No worries there, I suppose. 21 to Prescott. Titus scores again, and it's 17-0. Intercepted by Marquise Gainwell after 2 in the 4th quarter at the end of last episode. He's got 3 over his last 3 quarters. 35 to Randy Titus. And setting us up for a 22-yard Kunalik touchdown. It is all Canes in Berkeley. Oh, that is going to help, though. A touchdown from Paul Katz to Mitch Square. And it's 24-7. Still a good chance of putting these guys away early, as Larry Slaughter is the motion man, and he'll make the grab and bring it out to the 40-yard line. 3rd and 4, Miami. And Kunalik's going to fire this one into traffic where it's incomplete. So they got a chunk play or 2 in the first half. Now trying to make this a bit more competitive. Cole Carmichael brings down Katz. 4-man rush, and this time it's going to be a safety. Marquise Lightfoot putting points on the board. That's pretty returnable as well, and a run back to the 45 will give us a chance at even more. 1:23 to play in the first half for Kunalik, and the Canes going empty. Pass is caught by Slaughter for a minimal gain. Kunalik's got time, needs a bit more. He'll just do it himself and slides up near the 43. He has 43 yards passing, or 43 yards rushing, and not a whole lot more through the air. Bringing pressure, and out to Titus, it's a gain of 6. Kunalik over the middle. Passes hauled in by Quentin Prescott. We've gotten a pretty decent look at him as a long-term JoJo Trader replacement, potentially. We go underneath again, and the tight end, Kevin Andrews, has the first. Kunalik already 2 touchdowns in the half, and that's just through the air. We get 9 more on the catch by Slaughter. Pressure coming, dumped right, and Titus loses 3. No timeout, we get back to the line. 3rd down and 4. 6-man pressure, Kunalik spins and fires, Slaughter to the 1. And you could probably run this in as risky as it is. It's going to be a throw, and Kunalik wisely throws it into the first row. That's Simons in motion on 2nd down, and Kunalik will again throw it away. I kind of like that score ribbon they have there at the base of the wall. I'm not used to seeing that along that front line like that. That seems like it could take some damage. Kunalik, 3 straight throwaways. So there was a time when this guy just didn't see a window he didn't want to throw to, even if it wasn't close to being open. Now maybe a little on the safe side, but I'm okay with that up as big as we are. Kunalik has thrown an interception now in the second half. He did not play it safe, apparently. It was picked off, and a touchdown for Eric Jones makes this a 29-13 game as they fail the 2-point try. The 4th quarter begins with Randy Titus doing what Randy Titus does, a gain of 30. Looks like it's going to be a 3rd consecutive 100-yard game. I haven't seen the numbers, but it all adds up to that. Play fake, and across the middle, Slaughter on the catch. Here's Kunalik, he'll throw it to Simons. Touchdown, Miami. And the Canes are up big. Gainwell picked him off, so we're right back on the field again. Trying to put 40 on the board. Randy Titus did not get in. But 135 on the ground. It's going to be a 3-game streak. 3rd down and inches. Just give it to number 3. Or not. Intercepted. What a play. Kunalik picked off for the 2nd time. His first multi-interception game of the year. But that is a nice way to begin the episode. We have our Canes winning 42-13. Backups clean up the final few drives of the game, and your player of the game is Randy Titus with 2 more scores on a $135. Also had a receiving touchdown. Yeah, I'd say our defense did pretty good if the opposing quarterback's stat line looks like that. 9 for 24, that is a batting average, not a completion percentage. And 1 touchdown to 3 interceptions. Kunalik, meanwhile, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. And a great day on the ground with the leading receiver, Larry Slaughter. Carmichael, Dombrowski, Lightfoot, Ladd all get into the sack column. And Marquise Gainwell, that is 2 more interceptions for a guy that could be winning some awards this season. That is a very successful week. The Canes move to 5-0. And in the recruiting world, we add 5-star receiver Sean Folk from Columbia, South Carolina. Folk is a deep threat receiver with 97 speed and 80 deep route running. He also has platinum shifty ability and takeoff. 85 spec catch, 95 agility, Definitely a high ceiling for the second-ranked receiver in the country. We beat out Notre Dame and Virginia Tech. But this is going to be a critical week now for players like Deontay Vick. That's a lot of progress in the last week for FSU. He is coming on a visit now. This is one of those critical visit weeks. We play Georgia Tech. Quentin Ramish is also nearing a decision, and it's looking like Tennessee has the edge, and we might be missing a chance to bring him in on visit by a week. James Wing, we're way out in first place. Earl Westbrook, first place for now. Alabama not far behind. First for Devontae Ahmad, Tayshaun Bishop, who will visit in week 7. So we may still miss out on some of these 5-star players, but it's hard to get all of them anyway. We're still in really good shape. Carl Blade suddenly favoring LSU by a wide margin. That looks like it's going to be a loss. And I'm better off just removing those points. Unfortunately, I can't get Johnny Thompson on visit until week 9, which is right after he visits Arkansas. And I don't think that this battle is going to make it to week 9. I think we have a good chance, though, of winning it in the next 2 weeks. So no visit there. I will, however, get a visit for Coco Macari and just try to close this one up before it gets interesting. He has Florida and UCF also interested. So what do we think about this kicker, Josh DeMarco, then, if he only has 75 accuracy and is a bust? I wasn't sure about our kicking situation after Willie Shembo, and it's hard to find great kickers. Like, there just aren't a lot of great kickers in these recruiting classes. And to me, DeMarco was the best we were going to find. We have some new players to scout, and right away, 94 speed inside linebacker Michael Kahn. 87 tackling, 72 zone coverage, and very under-recruited. Give him a scholarship. Talia Ringo, 91 strength, 83 power moves, and 70 block shad. You can never have too many pass rushers and good defensive linemen, especially on Boogie Turner's team. Now in the ranking, we jump up to number 6 and face Georgia Tech. The matchup looks favorable, but you know what? Maybe right now, I'm not going to pencil this one in as a victory. You can't overlook Georgia Tech, Miami. Everybody wants to end your undefeated season, but I do like our matchup against the Yellow Jacket secondary. Looking to move to 3-0 in conference. Can the Canes keep it rolling? Opening possession, Georgia Tech gets a big play of 29 yards, putting them at our 36. Yellow Jackets looking to jump on us early on. They'll run this to the right side. Oh, what a tackle. Open field tackling like that in this game? No way. Usually he runs right by him at full speed. But Marquise Gainwell can play. Nice hit coming downhill. Don't even let him fall forward. That's how physical our secondary is. Imagine getting hit by the guys in the front 7. 3rd down and 5. Knowles under pressure, and across the middle they have a conversion inside the 20. Inside and not going far. Pruitt is there. They got the receivers in tight on 3rd down and 8. Pressure coming. They throw into the blitz. And the tackle is made. Long opening possession for Georgia Tech. And they will get nothing. Nothing at all. And the Canes take over at the 20. What was that? You threw it right at him. Colin Kunalik, you're beginning to concern me. There's nothing special about it. He just throws it to a guy that's not open. Play action, watch out, and sacked. Damian Rawlings. Off the fake, Knowles chased. He gets it outside to get 2 of the yards back. Not sure he has the ability to run away from this pressure. They need the 12-yard line on third down. And Knowles protected for a while until Pruitt breaks through. Field goal try, 52. This one is good. Let's protect the football a bit better, Kunalik. Aired out deep and wide open. Welcome back, JoJo Trader. Touchdown, Canes. With JoJo Trader back, those deep balls should return early and often. And we move into the second quarter where we have movement. And you got to sell it better. You got to blame the other guy. It's a give to Randy Titus. And he goes down rather quickly. That's out quick into the hands of Sean Simons. Third down and 11 for Miami. They need the Yellow Jacket 46. 3-3-5 defense. They bring 5. Kunalik sliding. And he gets swarmed. Georgia Tech in the I formation. Running it left, it's Tony Rizzo. And the running back, Anthony Carey, has 11 runs for 11 yards. They'll head back to the air, and that looked like a potential pick 6 ball. Third down and 9. We bring 4, and Graham Knowles gets one behind the defense. Inside the 10 and all the way, a 69-yard touchdown. Now they get one downfield. Isaiah Canyon. He gets a couple steps there on Freeman, and there was no catching up. One thing about the coverages in this game is I think that some of the play calls are bugged and forcing a lot of press coverage when you don't necessarily want to. I've noticed I've come out in a variety of plays, like a cover 6 or a cover 4, and there's just a guy playing a deep quarter, but he's up in press coverage, and it's like, this is not how it's traditionally run in these games, which leads me to believe it's some sort of a bug. It's not like there's an abundance of press coverage in the college game, or even a lot of professional teams, but I guess to combat that, gotta stick guys with better press on the outside. 10-7 Georgia Tech. As that touchdown really stings, and Randy Titus will run inside and gets the first down. And that's Larry Slaughter on first down. Oh, he's across the field and gets 11. Pass caught over the middle. There is Slaughter again. And he's going to come off now with an injury. JoJo Trader now, the receiver at the top. First and 10, and dished out to Sean Simons, gain of 6. Got to run it here against a 3-man front on 3rd and 1, but it's not. It'll be a throw, and Randy lost it! Thought he had it, and the ball went flying. But the offense stays on to go for it with a pair of tight ends. It's Randy Titus grinding out the yards. Under 4 to go in the first half, and Ted Good checks in with a good carry and a not-so-good spot, but we're going to take it anyway. Titus on the screen. Can he get there? Oh, he didn't have the patience. He had a blocker, but didn't follow him. Now 5 yards out, goal to go. Again to the air, and what was that? Kunalik is beginning to worry me down here in the red zone. Titus running this, and he's going to go up and over for the touchdown. Love that dive. That's been something that's been missing from like Madden for a number of years. I'm not sure if it's in the game this year. I haven't played much Madden, but it's fun seeing guys dive in for the touchdown here in college football 25. And the Canes are back in front. Intercepted Oscar Virgin just a couple plays after I made him the main outside corner opposite of Gainwell. So he just took the lead. Now a chance to stretch it. 2:11 to play in the first half. Play fake, and now just giving it to Titus. Awkward play. See, we just should hand it off there. Just emergency handoff. 3rd down and 11. Over the middle and intercepted. Kunalik forced again, when he was not playing that way in the first 4 weeks. Look how scared everybody is of this guy now. So it's only a 4-point game going into the second half. That big red bar there was a long run by Titus, and we stretched the lead to 7. Simons had a big catch of 28 to begin this possession. And Miami with the ball in Georgia Tech territory. That's JoJo and a first down. 4-man rush. Kunalik sideline with it. Nice grab. JoJo Trader making the tough physical play. And again to the air. He's got time and slings it. There's no room there. He's got that gunslinger mentality back this game and flips it ahead. Titus taken down after a gain of 4. 5 catches and getting carries, so he's getting that hybrid role. And now 3rd down and 6. It's a fake. And Titus has space. Has the first down. It is the 4th quarter, and Randy Titus doesn't get far. 3rd and goal. Kunalik just protect the ball. Make the smart decision here. They're playing coverage. 8 coverage defenders. Kunalik will run and gets to the 1. Close enough to leave the offense out here. It's going to be inside zone. It might not be. Could be zone split. Handoff, Titus, touchdown, just broke in. And Miami takes a 2-touchdown advantage. It's one of those now or never drives. Tony Rizzo just got hurt. He comes off. Could be replaced by either Christmas or Rawlings. Looks to me like Damian Rawlings is on the field. And Georgia Tech needs a touchdown. Actually 2. But 8:19 to go get him. Graham Knowles hit by Dombrowski, who's been everything as advertised this year. He's off the field on 3rd and 10. We send 4, and the pass goes right to Gainwell. Intercepted by the ball hawk, who's going to run all the way. You can't catch Marquise Gainwell. Touchdown. Man, that speed is special. Yeah, I'd say he's definitely a fan favorite. And the house call ability, perfect right there as well. 2 pick sixes now on the season, and 1 that was taken inside the 1-yard line. Intercepted Cam Pruitt, and that's after Georgia Tech got so close to cutting into this 21-point lead. Georgia Tech has just scored 2 straight touchdowns against the backup defense, and there are 33 seconds remaining. But Miami recovers the onside kick, and that is the game. It's a 1-score finish. They rally, but the Canes stay unbeaten, 31-24. I do have to say, I'm starting to get a little worried about Colin Kunalik with these interceptions. That first one, he threw it right at a defender. The window wasn't open. I'm not sure what fooled him. The ball came out quickly. Randy Titus, though, no 100-yard game this week. The streak ends at 3. Still a solid game. Big touchdown, though, by JoJo Trader. But I do think that touchdown and the pick 6 mask how dangerous this game was. Big plays just saved us. Or it could have been one of those tight finishes that really came down to the final possession or something. So we got 1 player in the recruiting class already today. We had some visits lined up in this game, and we do have 5-star Earl Westbrook, along with Taekwon Papo and Ron Lampman. However, we do see some decisions made here. That's a lot of bad news, honestly. Deontay Vick has chosen FSU. Quentin Ramish is going to Tennessee. Carl Blade, we knew was going to pick LSU. So that is a lot of recruiting L's, especially to one team in the Seminoles. I think they've got some really good players in this recruiting session. We do add Ron Lampman, a linebacker who's going to fly around, play good coverage, and tackle. I think we can definitely add a couple linebackers this year that are just going to be nightmares to deal with. Taekwon Papo, he's probably an offensive lineman, but doesn't have any of those physical abilities. So there's a very good chance he's better on defense. He's strong, so whether he's an interior offensive or defensive lineman, I'm not concerned. But I guess I'd like to have one of these athletes stick at center or guard one of these times. And 5-star Earl Westbrook is the number 21 player in the country, and already looks like he has the skills to be an elite level run defender, inside disruptor, so probably going to move him to defensive tackle. Although I think moving positions can change players' abilities. I know that's been talked about with Randy Titus, which is annoying. But we now have 4 players in the class. 3 of them are 5 stars. I want to say we had like 7 a year ago. Here is Trevor Wall, who visits Arkansas in Week 8. And that is going to be tough because we're coming up on Week 7. I didn't schedule a visit because I don't think it goes to Week 9. Advantage Razorbacks. Tayshawn Bishop, we do have the advantage here with a visit as well. I think we'll get him. Devontae Ahmad is probably not going to any other visit than us. And James Wing favoring the Canes. So still a really good chance of getting 6 or 7 5-stars this year. So we have the chance then to keep on scouting and see what else is out there. Cedric Beach, a running back, 92 speed, good route running, safety valve ability. Could be somebody we end up recruiting. Might not be a huge priority right now. But I have a lot of points to see what's left with the remaining 5 stars. And there are plenty of players getting under-recruited at this stage of the season. The biggest issue, actually, is that there are, no options at a lot of positions. Like cornerback, safety, there is nobody that I can add to the board right now. It's just too late to bring in players as good as we want them to be. And remember, we only have 15 players outgoing this year with graduation, so it was always going to be a smaller class. We already have 4 replacing 15. With 8 players here currently targeted, I feel good about most of these battles. Maybe we get 6 or 7 of these players. That just leaves a couple spots in the portal to replace all 15. So these players you're seeing here were added last episode, and this might be kind of the last group of players that we can really pick from to target. I will put points then in the Duran Cheek battle. That is a safety, and that was something I wanted to address this year. So it's a perfect first half for Miami. They bump us up to number 4 in the polls. North Carolina is now on the schedule at number 19. With our remaining schedule, we do have 3 ranked teams left, including the Tar Heels. I really want to see Colin Kunalik protect the football better in this game. I think we can continue to get those big plays, which can hide some flaws. But our quarterback needs to calm things down. So we'll start on offense. It is a Randy Titus 22-yard run to get us jump-started, hoping to begin a new streak of 100-yard games. And Colin Kunalik at our 48-yard line just hands it off, and Titus gets met at the 50. 3rd and 9 in the first pass of the day, and that ball is lofted, incomplete for Slaughter. At first I thought he was by himself, but the safety was way back there. And the Tar Heels will get the football as the punt is skied out at the 27, not a good punt. Alex Taylor, a receiver to watch, pretty productive, 4 touchdowns, 320 plus yards. Wearing number 0. And UNC facing the blitz, has it knocked away. Cole Carmichael out there in coverage. The run is going nowhere. And Rizzo, he's just a good run defender now. He's not just making plays suddenly. He's just good. 3rd and 10. Intercepted. Broke a tackle, and down at the 28-yard line is Matt Freeman. Miami is racking up the takeaways, and we've been seeing them, honestly, a lot on both sides. Kunalik's turn, and hopefully not turn to throw an interception. He's got time, and he stares down Slaughter and gets picked off. So what has happened? We had some relatively clean football for a while, and now we're back to the interception fest. I have not been downloading new updates for college football. There was a big one that came out. I saw a lot of negative feedback surrounding it, and I was happy with how the game was playing for me, so I just haven't downloaded it yet. But we're seeing a change in the gameplay, and no longer getting the clean, turnover-free football. What do you do with that information? 3rd down and 6, Tar Heels. Inside draw. Looked like it was going to work, but Lester Judowski makes the play. JoJo in motion on 1st down, and he's got it on the run for the first. This is 3rd down for Kunalik. Needs 8. He will extend and outrun the pursuit for the 1st down. Oh, I should also add, I have not done a thing to the playbook for this episode. I was really happy with run-pass splits last episode. No changes in settings, patch, or playbook. Just fired the game up, ready to record some more Miami. Kunalik not as good on this night. As he fakes and fires over the middle, Slaughter bounces off and maybe got hurt in the process. So the Canes need 6. And Kunalik over the middle. He gets it to Quentin Prescott. A lot of pressure picked up by Titus, and Kunalik, no! He leaped over a defender. It was like the start of a really cool play, and then he just froze and didn't know what to do. 3rd down and 12. That is somehow right between the defenders, and Esquivel couldn't reel it in. Good throw, though, you got to admit. Shembo is on. Shembo is good. It's 3-0 Canes. Sacked by Marquise Lightfoot. That ends the latest Tar Heels possession. Titus rips off a run of 29. He gets a lot of big chunk runs here in the simulating. Simons gets us a 1st down. Canes are on the move. And on 3rd down, they come up short, forced to settle for another field goal. Miami ball again. Kunalik to Trader, gain of 20. And then we take a sack. 3rd and 11 is no problem. Sean Simons on the catch. We take it inside the red zone. Mastrud checks in. And then good. And then Mastrud again. We end up falling short a 3rd time. UNC with 2 minutes to go in the first half will run it to the warning and run it to the 38 as well. Setting up the screen, but they were not ready to throw it in time. Loss of 7. Pressure slowed, and Flanagan can't outrun Lightfoot. But down in pain is Cole Carmichael. Brings up third down and 28, and they'll just run it. And it's a solid gain, but a timeout as Miami wants to try to get that first touchdown. Kunalik wants to run, gets past the defender, and then slides. Somehow didn't take a big hit on that play. A minute 20 to go now in the first half as Kunalik throws one up and a leaping grab is made. JoJo Trader. We know him for his speed and his route running, but he's been physical today. Now a sidearm sling out to Slaughter, gain of 7. Kunalik empty, lofted, this one too far for Trader, who was open. He's always open. And he might be open again here. There's press coverage, safety's playing shallow. Trader, it was behind him, he took it. Down to the 1. I gotta run that back because it looked like they just condensed their play here. Look at the safeties. The first thing I want to see is how JoJo gets off the line, and he gets quickly behind that corner. Now Kunalik nearly had the pass intercepted. But JoJo Trader is back. You're seeing why he's so crucial to this offense with the contested catches and impressive plays. 35 to go now in the first half. Miami knocking on the door. Please let this be simple enough. Titus, touchdown. Canes up in the first half comfortably. Not going for 2 here. It's just an extra point for Willie Shembo, who makes it 16-0. 26-yard pass for UNC. They're trying to get their first points. It's third down and 7. And a run. They're just wanting to get on the scoreboard and get that demoralizing donut off of there. So it's going to be a 47-yard try right hash. Kick is away and good. Intercepted. Kunalik picked off. Tar Heels gifted a red zone trip. Press coverage. Sweeping to the outside. Great fill by Gainwell. This guy is a star. Marquise Gainwell. We've got to talk about him more at the end of this episode. Hopefully it's following another win. As they run it into Rizzo. We sniff these out. It just doesn't work. Third down and 7. There's pressure from Lightfoot. Floating. Knocked away. I thought that had to have been thrown away, but he was trying to hit that back corner. Field goal try number 2 for UNC. Oh, it doinks off the upright. Miami up 13. Come on, Kunalik. He's getting out of there. No, he wants to throw. Why was that the decision? I'm panicking to my left. No, I must stand in and throw it late to the flats on the other side. Even if it worked. How do you get there? Play fake. There he goes. Got away. First down. Here's Titus up the middle. He gains 7. 72 yards on the day. Certainly on his way to another big game. He'll carry again. Good block. And he gets by that block after running into it. And it's a gain of 8. 8-man coverage. And thrown right at the defender. He locked on to Trader. And now Titus has to make the tackle. And Colin Kunalik again is looking a little broken out there. Tar Heels football. Rizzo on the stop. Still in search of that first touchdown. 3rd and 5. And across the middle with room to run. Tar Heels goal to go at the 4. It takes a touchdown to make this really interesting. And they're only 4 yards away. They run inside and get stopped at the 2. Another run, and this time they are in. Touchdown, Tar Heels, and we have ourselves a game. What a crucial possession this becomes. Kunalik downfield, but double covered is Larry Slaughter. Tar Heels trying to get off the field, and Kunalik is sacked for the third time in this game. Oh my, that is a terrible punt. Not the time for that, Ricky Thomas. Tar Heels at the 41 to start this drive. After putting together their first touchdown, a good run, gaining 9. They run again, and Rizzo is there. Good tackle. Now I'm looking to see the pass rush take this third down away from them. Good jump, but it's out quickly and broken up on the play. And that's Freeman, who had the pick earlier. So the defense stands tall, 7 and change left, as we will get it back inside the 15. This drive begins with Kunalik dumping short. Trader gets 3, and he's got 7 for 107. Throwing on second down, and the catch by Andrews moves the sticks. It's going to be 3 straight throws to open. 1st and 10. Dumped out Trader's way. Makes a move. Accelerates for first down yardage. All right, don't be afraid to run the ball. Against the blitz. Swung out. Titus has room to run. Inside the 40 of North Carolina. All right, good throw there. Good play against the blitz. If we get 3 on this drive, I feel good. Now running Titus, right side. 5-yard pickup. Kunalik dumps it, and Andrews again falls ahead, keeps the clock moving as well. Here's Titus. Good run, 9 yards to the 12. As we approach 4 minutes left to go. We don't need final minute drama this week. Here's Titus, head of steam. Broke into the second level and gained 6. Just keep giving it to number 3. Kunalik, ooh, he had Simons there. Stops the clock. First really bad play of the drive. 3rd and 4. Kunalik, slant caught, touchdown. Sean Simons. That's a good way to close out at least. It's an ugly game for Kunalik, some bad mistakes. But that touchdown drive, especially being as pass heavy as it was impressive. And the 2-point try is going to fail. 22-10 with 3 minutes left to go. You'd think this is a safe lead. You just can't give up the big play and keep them in it. You don't want them getting a touchdown with, us on offense. They have 3 timeouts. That's the play we had to avoid. They're at midfield. 4-man rush. Flanagan is chased down and sacked. Seeing a lot of plays by Lester Judovsky, number 96. 2nd and 21. Uh-oh, Carmichael, and he brought company. Thrown out of bounds. 3rd and 21. Downfield, knocked down, and that is Gainwell. Game is now on the line for UNC on 4th and 21. 8 drop in coverage, and it's intercepted. Have a day, Matt Freeman. It's his 2nd. And Miami very close to wrapping this game up. Titus needs to make sure he doesn't lose 4 yards on this play. He will instead gain a bunch and look to put this one away. Randy Titus, 100 plus on the ground, and that will do it. Again, a few concerns with Colin Kunalik, but the defense way too strong, and we recover by the end and win again. So that's 2 games in a row that were a little concerning, but still didn't even come down to the final possession. They're relatively comfortable wins. But still, those interceptions are going to be a constant concern. There were 5 INTs in this game, 6 completions. That's it, only 6. Miami, a $132 with Randy Titus on the ground, 3 runs of 20 plus. And JoJo Trader, it is good to have him on the field again. 2.5 sacks for Lester Judovsky. This was an excellent game for him. Lightfoot also adds on to his sack total, with Matt Freeman collecting a pair of interceptions. That's a lot of games this year. We've had somebody get multiple interceptions. Canes move to 7-0 and add James Wing, Tayshaun Bishop, and Johnny Thompson to the recruiting class. This has been one of the years that chase great linebackers. James Wing, 88 speed with 87 tackle and 72 zone coverage. Would like a little more in terms of abilities. Tayshaun Bishop is a slot corner archetype with 92 speed, 78 man, and 72 zone coverage. I find that the slot tendency gives you the more balanced coverage skill sets, so I especially like going for slots. Johnny Thompson gives us more power back depth with 94 speed combined with 86 trucking, 87 break tackle, and 3 power back oriented abilities. Some of these battles don't look too promising. Deron Cheek has us in 3rd, but we're still not even in the top 5 stage, so we could probably get a visit scheduled here still, but we're at a disadvantage when it comes to the pipelines. Then we have Coco Macari, and both Florida and UCF are getting more aggressive, so I'm glad I had that visit scheduled for Week 8. That might be the difference here. But then Trevor Wall. Like I said, I don't think he ends up making his decision in Week 9, so he's going to go to Arkansas this week and probably pick them. And Devontae Ahmad is likely headed to Notre Dame, with our visit a week away from being in the picture. We sim past our bye week at 7-0, and the recruiting class will stay the same size. Ahmad to Notre Dame and Wall to Arkansas. But next up we get Duke, and we're all hoping that's a relatively drama-free game. But coming up, FSU, Virginia Tech, 2 massive games. Now, Duke and Clemson don't look great. Combined, they have 1 win in conference. I have no idea what's happened to Clemson this year. They are usually in the mix. But looking at the schedule, 2 crucial games, 2 rivalry games. And I really want to see Kunalik clean things up before we get there. Today was a step in the wrong direction with 3 multi-interception games. And these performances could cost us come playoff time. Titus is on his way to a 1,000-yard plus season, also has 9 touchdowns. JoJo Trader back, 429 yards and 4 scores. Defensively, Marquise Lightfoot, 12 sacks this year, and he had 20 a year ago. And for interceptions, Marquise Gainwell has 6. To go with 7 pass deflections, he is only a sophomore. So one of the best defensive players that I've brought into this team, and thankfully his caps are not too bad. He has unlimited cap on his man coverage, which also holds press. So that is really good to see. I'm hoping that we have him as a ball hawk for a couple more really good years. He's a redshirt sophomore, so is he draft eligible? Yes. At 86 overall, I wouldn't expect him to declare after this season. So today in the Dynasty, our Canes stayed perfect. Same is true for Notre Dame and Washington State. But despite all the wins, now we have quarterback concerns, which feels a bit like a big loss. We'll see what's to come, though. We have 2 games that look favorable. and we still have the chance to put together an excellent season. But that is going to do it for today's episode. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. What do you think about Colin Kunalik and our chances the rest of the way of staying in that conference title picture and playoff picture? Do you think this quarterback issue is going to be a big problem by the end of the season? Let me know down below, and I will see you all next time. Thank you for all your support, and I'll catch you in the next episode.